Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, and look who's back. Back again. Life Plus Cindy. She's here again. She's here again. She's here again. She's back again. And this is more of her eating UK World War II rations when cooking is hard. This is, I think, maybe like no, this is the one, two, this is the third video in the series. She's obviously, as you can see here, finished a full week and even shared her results, which I've been told is her results are like, she talks about losing weight, which like, I didn't know. Well, I did and I didn't. I don't feel like she claimed that the goal was to lose weight in her initial video. So that's weirdly for me, but I did know that that's kind of what I mean. Like, it's very clear to me that this is part of Cindy's weird relationship with food. Remember when people on rations in World War II were trying to lose weight? I mean, I think that is a weirdly part of this to me, because like, you're talking about World War II, people being on rations, like, food was limited, resources were limited, and yeah, just wild to now in 2026, when honestly, truly, we could be on the precipice of another world war any moment, I feel like. But wild to be out here and being like, oh my gosh, the ways that I I ration my food and now I'm skinty. I'm a skinty legend. Well, she probably didn't say it like that, but you get it. All right, there is a prediction in the chat right now, courtesy of Mishi Belly on YouTube. Will we see at least one of her dogs? At least one. One of Mortadella or Bella. Well, it's not. It's Mortimer. It's Morty and Bella. Do bare feet count as dogs? Y'all are weirdly. All right. Are y'all ready to start watching this? Now, Colin said particularly we need to watch this one. We need to particularly watch this one because it's bad. It's crazy. So I'm taking Colin's word for it. But if you're ready to see if Colin is right about that, could you put some 69s in the chat? Just so I know. That would be great. That'd be great. That'd be stunning. Oh, look. I looked down for 2 seconds and you already got these 69s. Oh, also, for the YouTubies at home, who might not know, and maybe folks who haven't seen the new emotes, we do have a Life Plus Cindy Tickle Me Elmo emote now in the chat. Courtesy of Shay206. Thanks Shay206 so much for that. It's there. And then also the 69 emotes got moved to the follower emotes. So there's like 5 emotes that you get automatically just for following me, not having to subscribe or anything. So now even followers, you don't have to be subscribed. You can just post the 69 emotes. All right, let's get to. Wait, let me put the captions on. Okay, let's get to. Rice, sugar, raisins, milk.
Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to my rationing wartime kitchen. Let's make breakfast.
Actually, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so...
Wait, that was so funny. Let's make breakfast. Well, actually, it's 3 in the afternoon. Do you think she's fasting, or do you think she's like the girls and waking up at 2 p.m. and having breakfast at 3?
still making breakfast. I'm gonna make a rice pudding on the stovetop. Eggless rice pudding. I've had a super busy morning this morning, and I ended up skipping breakfast. I just had coffee and milk for breakfast, so it's like 3 in the afternoon and I'm starving. So I think I'll probably only do 2 meals today. In an attempt to try to find something different to make for breakfast besides oatmeal, I thought I would try rice as a hot cereal. So I found a lot of recipes for rice pudding, but most of them require eggs. And of course, we don't have any eggs.
You just got the one egg.
Saving it. So I'm going to try to do an eggless stovetop rice pudding.
When I was a little girl, we were very poor, and a lot of times my stepmom would make for us just like rice and butter and sugar to eat for a meal, which is probably not the healthiest thing, but I have memories of it. I won't say they're happy memories, but I have memories. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, sure. So let's just put ourselves through the trauma of eating it now. Sure, why not? Why not?
like rice as a hot cereal, and I'm going to try to elevate it a little bit today while staying within my ration allotment by adding some raisins, cinnamon, and vanilla.
I'm also going to be using a good portion of my milk today, of one of my pints of milk.
Okay.
So far, we're on day 3 of the World War II rations, and I haven't run out of any supplies yet. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, exposure therapy, I guess, but like when you think about this is all just challenged by choice and she doesn't have to subject herself to this, it's fascinating because again, like totally understand also the concept of like growing up poor and how that impacts your relationship with food. I also I don't know how poor she is, so I can't like make judgment calls of like if we were in the same situation type of deal, but like certainly having only certain options for food and things like that impacted the way that I think about food now. What's wild is she's cosplaying having to ration things during her time, like from World War II in Britain, in the UK, not even in the US.
I am going to use some of my precious butter in this recipe too.
Cinematography, are you here? Are you here? Is the user named Cinematography here? Because we're getting some of it. Oh, they are here, and they just said the words cuck porridge in the chat.
While we're waiting for the rice to boil, I wanted to share something else with you today. So yesterday I shared with you my 1933 Good Housekeeping cookbook, my prized possession. So keeping with that theme, I'm going to share another cookbook with you for those of you out there who are interested in frugal cooking or cooking more with less.
So this is a cookbook that my mama gave me. And she was an absolute wizard in the kitchen. She could make literally entire feasts out of nothing. I've never seen anything like it. And she was a wonderful cook. This was one of her favorite cookbooks. We always had a copy of this in the house.
Okay.
And she gifted this to me. And this is so precious to me because she would gift me a lot of books and she always wrote in the front of them. So right here, she writes our full name, so I'm going to have to blur that out. But she says, this was September 13th, 2014. To my daughter, my sunshine, Cindy Ann, and one of the best cooks I know. I love you, Mom. I love that.
And one of the best cooks I know? So did you get worse? If you were one of the best cooks she knew in 2014, does that mean you got worse?
Not so much. But the More for Less cookbook is an excellent book, and I have cooked so much stuff out of here.
That was a sweet message. I'm sorry I took away from the sentiment.
The years. Did I call it More for Less? It's More with Less. So a lot of the recipes in here are intended to be frugal, for you to make the best use out of the ingredients that you have. This is talking about shortages of food, overspending, overeating calories. Like, it's got a lot of good information here in the beginning, and it tells you like how the book was written, and it has a lot of really cool like menus. I will link to this down in the description box if I can find it online, but I'll share a few of my favorite recipes in here, some that I have made time and again. You can tell the ones where the pages are stained up. So baked lentils with cheese is always one of my favorites. I've probably made this more than anything else in here. I used to eat this a lot when I was a vegetarian, when I was really young. And a lot of these recipes I'm not going to be able to make with rations, but some of them I might.
I don't, it doesn't seem like it. You don't have those things. What? Okay, whatever.
And actually, this one I think I could. So I might plan to make this for you guys next week. So we need...
How long is she doing this, by the way? Is she planning on doing this longer than just this week?
It calls for 3 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I would just have to reduce that down to my 2 ounces. But everything else is just vegetables and lentils, which I'm going to get next week, and some canned tomatoes. So I think we could at least modify this to be ration friendly. Another favorite that I've made time and again are the quesadillas, which is very basic. It's just tortillas, jack cheese, margarine, lard, or oil for frying, and some green chilies.
This is Divas, this is kind of some of this is a little bit like you need a recipe for quesadillas. You need to put in a recipe into your video, Mandy May, about combining a bunch of jarred sauces.
It also has a vegetarian Indian meal, and my mom made me this whole meal one time, and it was so good. So it has like, this is the menu, and here are all the recipes.
Okay.
I'm telling you guys, this book is so awesome. Another favorite is Vietnam fried rice. This is so good, and it's so inexpensive.
It's so awesome, but she hasn't been able to eat quite literally any of these meals in so long on her channel because for as long as I've been regularly watching her vlogs, she's been carnivore. Like when was the last time she took this shit out of the cupboard to make one of these recipes?
To make this all the time, and it's really like customizable. So basically you just use any kind of raw meat that you have, 1/4 to 1/2 pound, some seasonings, and some whatever vegetables you have, and rice. And it also requires 2 eggs, but you could leave out the eggs, I think, and just make the stir fry. So that might be something we could adapt.
Looking at the ingredients, I am curious about what makes it a Vietnam fried rice as opposed to just like fried rice in general. But I don't know.
To make it ration friendly too. So anyway, those are just some of my favorite recipes in here, but there are so many good ones. And I just wanted to share this cookbook with you. Anybody who's interested in this kind of thing, I think you might really enjoy this. It's suggestions by Mennonites on how to eat better and consume less of the world's limited food resources.
Oh, it's Mennonite propaganda. Oh, I know not the same thing. But have y'all... I started watching with my friends the other day. This TLC show called Suddenly Amish. Weirdly. Not the jerky cannon.
The Zach 11 Elmo, the Zach 11 Elmo, the Zach 11 Elmo.
Not the jerky cannon, 1200. Thanks so much for 2 months of Prime.
So there's also a second book in this series called Extending the Table, a World Community Cookbook, Recipes and Stories in the Spirit of More with Less. So it wasn't written by the same author, but it's almost just exactly like the same book, but with a whole bunch more different recipes.
It's not the same, but it's almost like the same.
Around the world. Again, my mom wrote December 28th, 2015 to my beautiful daughter, Cindy Ann. I love you, Mom. Patty Ann.
I'm like, also, what is... the imagery, like the other cookbook also had images of young black children. I'd be curious to know what that's about. It very much is making me think about, like, I know for a lot of millennials when you're young, adults would be like, oh, there are starving children in Africa that could use this food, you better finish it. It's giving that.
The women in my family have the same middle name. So these recipes were all like sent in and tested by readers.
Grapefruit
And some
drink.
of them are really, really good. Now, I haven't cooked out of this one as much as I have the other one, but I can still recommend it. Let me show you probably my favorite recipe in here.
Okay.
Once again, the stained up pages on my favorite recipes. I love that. Ground beef curry from Kenya. So it's onions, ground beef, curry powder, garlic, ginger, tomatoes, tomato paste. Ground cinnamon is what really puts it over the top, y'all. If you haven't had ground cinnamon with ground beef, like, it is so good. Cilantro, I usually leave out the cilantro, honestly.
Okay.
Water and salt. It's a very...
Are we gonna get to the part where you show me whatever the fuck you're eating? I'm so over this. I'm so over you reading these recipes that I haven't seen you even make any of these in the past, like, 3-4 years that I've been watching you, Diva.
Simple recipe. It is so good, and I usually just serve it over plain white rice.
Not World War II Kenyan Mennonite Vietnam fried rice. Mayon Am, thanks so much for subscribing at tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Appreciate it.
So, that's my favorite recipe out of here, but it has a lot of good ones. A lot of very simple ones. And again, I think we might be able to adapt this too. So I'll try to link to both of these cookbooks down in the description box below. If you're interested, I can highly recommend them.
Link to them? These are still available for purchase? These are still available to purchase somewhere in the world? Okay.
If you're interested in being frugal and eating plain, simple, delicious food. So we got a couple more minutes on the rice, but I'm going to go ahead and measure out the milk. So this is my first pint. I think this is going to be the last of my first pint, y'all.
Okay.
And I'll have 2 pints left for the week. Let me see. I want to put about a cup in there. Actually, maybe we'll just make do with the 3/4 cup. That's fine.
Just
that
make
way I don't have to
do.
open another pint.
You know what they say. Country girls make do.
Oops, my rice boiled over a little bit. I'll have to clean that up in a minute. Or after the stove cools down anyway. So I'm going to add in this 3/4 cup of milk. Oh, I think this is going to be so good, you guys. I'm so hungry. Let's bring that back up to a simmer. Put a little pinch of salt in there too.
Okay.
This is the breakfast that has taken me the longest to prepare. We're going to simmer that for 8 more minutes. I think it'll be worth the wait, though.
We'll see.
Okay, y'all, our rice pudding.
It's giving gloop. It's giving glop currently. It's kind of giving you know when you, what is that called? Paper mache? Wait, no, Jamie, not us both saying it. Wait. It's giving paper mache. It's giving that. It's giving that. It's giving that.
It's coming along now. Look at that. It's getting all nice and creamy. Ooh, yum. I'm going to take it off the heat so it doesn't start to stick.
Okay.
Oh my god, look at that mess on my stove. That's going to be fun to clean up.
Hate making
Okay,
a mess on my stove.
I think the burner's cooled down now so I can add the ingredients over here. I don't know why I don't like standing on that side of the stove. Do you have a side of your stove that you prefer? I think
Girl,
I prefer
I
this
don't-
side because it's next to the counter so I can get to all of my
Okay.
supplies. Okay, so I'm finally opening up the sugar and I'm going to use some of my ration. There's no way I'm using all this week. But we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of sugar.
The dogs just showed in the last frame? What dog? Where?
Dick. Oh my god, look at that mess on my stove. That's going to be fun to clean up. Okay, I'm bringing it back. I think
Where's
the
the
burner's cooled
dogs?
down now so I can add the ingredients.
Where's
over
the
here. I don't know
dogs?
why I don't like standing on that side of the stove. Do you have a side of your...
Rewind more? Oh! Would you look at that? I don't know which one it is, but that is one of the dogs. Arp, arp. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Okay, alright. She on the sugar.
Supplies. Okay, so I'm finally opening up the sugar and I'm going to use some of my ration. There's no way I'm using all this week. But we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of sugar. There's 1 and 2.
Also, can we just say we're almost halfway through this video, and all we've seen her do is attempt to make this rice pudding so far.
I've got my delicious sun-made raisins here that I spent many of my ration points on to get. But I love them, so we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of those. 1 and 2, and I'm thinking I could have cooked these in when I was simmering with the milk. I'll probably do that next time. But that's okay. We'll just stir them in now because I don't think they're gonna be very soft now. I should have cooked them.
So we got 2 tablespoons of raisin, 2 tablespoons of sugar, milk, and rice. Hi, cinematography.
But that's all right. Raisins are good no matter what. Raisins are nature's candy. Then I'm gonna cut off 1
that tickles
tablespoon of my butter, my precious butter. I'll have 2 left for the week. But I still have plenty of lard and margarine. That's a lot of butter. Maybe I could have done half a tablespoon, but you know what? Fuck it. I didn't eat breakfast, so this is my breakfast and my lunch. And ground cinnamon. I'm doing a 1/4 teaspoon of each of these. Oh my gosh, look how creamy this is. I can't wait to eat it. Let's put it in a bowl. It smells heavenly. It smells like cinnamon.
Well, you did in fact put cinnamon in there. I would expect that. Yes. I would. Yep.
Breakfast is served.
This is better than the oatmeal. This is definitely better than the oatmeal porridge I made. This is so good. Oh my gosh, the texture's just so creamy and delicious. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm keeping this in the rotation for sure. I also think this would be really good with apples cooked into it.
Sure. Do you get apples on your World War II rotations? I don't remember.
Be like an apple cinnamon rice. I think that'd be really good, and I have some apples in there, so I might try that later in the week. We'll see. I want to try to make different things so that I have some variety in my diet. I'm trying not to repeat any meals if I can help it. I'm probably going to get to a point where I'm going to have to because that's all I have left, but I'm trying to come up with creative meals for us to cook throughout the week. I'm just going to drink some spring water with this because I'm out of tea. So we're going to have to make some more tea here in a little bit. But
okay.
I will see you guys later on. I'm going to eat.
All right, y'all, time to get started on these tea rations.
Girl,
I've been in there editing this afternoon, but I'm taking a little tea break here.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of water and I want something else. So I have not used any of my ration tea bags this week yet because I still had a pitcher left from last week, and I finished that off last night. I'm just going to show you how I make my tea, okay? This is how I do it. This is how we like it. So I'm going to use 8 tea bags, and I just use these cheap Kroger black tea bags. I really like this tea. It's good. Now I still have enough left over in my little ration bag for 2 more pitchers this week. Tea is one thing I do make on this back burner back here.
Her and these damn burners. Also, I think it was Colin who said that the reason this shit takes so long is because she got to set up her camera for every fucking different angle. Like, girl, we could be done with this so much quicker if you did. Obviously, you gotta turn on the fucking stove. Obviously, you gotta turn on the knob. And I don't care what burner on your stove you use. I really don't.
Gonna bring that to a boil. Now for the fun part, we get to unwrap all of the tea bags. It would be nice if they weren't like all pre-wrapped, but that's how they come. I don't know what to say. Oh my god, I'm mangling this.
Girl.
There we go.
Are we gonna have to sit here and watch her mangle every single one of these fucking tea bags? You can buy loose leaf. Shh, she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that.
So I usually just open them all up and set them here, set them aside until my water's boiling. So I can put them all in at once. I guess they're wrapped like this because you could use however many you want. You could use just 1 tea bag if you wanted to make like hot tea We like iced tea, though. I never make hot tea. And I like...
Well, yes, they are wrapped like this because... Cindy. Well, yes. There's a new prediction in the chat courtesy of Jamie. How many more times will we see a stove knob? Jamie, you're gonna have to keep count for that one. You're gonna have to keep count. I know my grandparents enjoyed sitting in an air shelter in the middle of winter drinking iced tea and eating rice slop. Oh yeah, and you do need the constant reminder that this is supposed to be her cosplaying living during World War II in the UK. You do have to remind yourself, because otherwise you're just like, this is just weird Cindy shit. Oh gosh. I don't know why, but ever since I got back from my trip, I haven't been able to vote in any of the multiple choice, just the yes, no. Sad. Oh, I don't know how to help you troubleshoot that, Diva. I'm sorry. Oh, my eye's itchy. Is somebody talking about me? Or is that when your nose itches? Me and my family refer to that as Lego talk, which is when little kids are so focused on the Lego, they just be blabbing absolute nonsense. You're saying that her open up these tea bags is Lego talk? I like that. I like that. Isn't that when your ears burn? Whose ears are burning?
To make a big pitcher and store it in the fridge, and then I just always have some tea to drink available to me. And a pitcher will last me a couple of days depending on how much I drink. Sometimes I drink a lot, sometimes I only have a glass or two a day, I don't know.
We really are watching her open every single individual tea packet. Alright, Diva, go on girl, give us nothing.
I try to keep the little paper attached to them so that they're easy to get out of the pan. Anyway, oh my god, I'm making a mess now. Girl. Jeez Louise, they're all tangled up. Okay, screw it. You get the idea. Those are all going in. Ah, shoot, I got distracted and now we've got a rolling boil. I'm going to take that off the heat.
Is it not supposed to be boiling?
There have been many times in my life when I have started a pot of water to boil for tea, completely forgot about it, and it just boiled out, or I came back in, it's like a quarter of it's gone. Okay, so I just kind of dip these in like this. Let them sit there. And I steep them for about 10 minutes. Oops, not 15. Y'all tired of hearing my timer yet? Our tea is ready. So I usually take my pitcher, I just clean this one out and put it in the sink. And then I just make sure to hold all of these strings from the tea bags and pour it in. I usually like to use my pan that has a spout on it. This one doesn't, so I just gotta be real careful. There goes the tea bags.
Oh, girl, Diva, girl, what are we doing? Does she not realize she could take the tea bags out? Also, like, it feels like it would be less dangerous to take the tea bags out before you pour it into, yeah. And then y'all are also making some good points in the chat of like, she's pouring this into a glass pitcher. There's a lot going on here. I'm so confused. I do feel like Cindy is one of those girlies who does things in the most asinine, unnecessary way possible. She could make her life so much easier, but if there's one thing Miss Cindy's gonna do, it's like find the hardest way to do something. Can you show that again? What, her pouring it in? Sure, why not?
These strings from the tea bags and pour it in. I usually like to use my pan that has a spout on it. This one doesn't, so I just gotta be real careful. There go the tea bags. That's why I do it over the sink. Put those back in there, go throw those away or in the compost. Then I just fill the jug the rest of the way up with tap water, and I use tap water for my tea.
Work.
We actually have really good tap water here in Hot
Sure.
Springs. I still don't like to drink tap water plain, but I do use it to make my coffee and tea and cook with. and I don't have any problems with it. I was talking to Ted
Sure.
yesterday. He said that the tap water up there where he's at is really bad, and he wants me to, when I come visit, bring a jug of spring water for him. All right, pop on the lid, and we've got 2 quarts of tea. That's gonna last me a while.
Okay. First your money, then your clothes, I guess. Where's your spring water? Whose spring water? Mine?
Okay, let's make a glass. Oops, one more.
Riveting. Riveting. Riveting.
That's refreshing. Okay, I gotta get back to editing. I'll see you guys back here in a few hours when I'm gonna cook something for dinner. I don't know what yet. Y'all, I'm back for dinner time, and it's getting hard now because
Who's getting hard? Who's up getting hard now? Wait, is this the part that's like really unhinged? Because the rice porridge, probably not for me and my family. But also I could see people liking that.
I'm so tired. I have not been sleeping well since Ted's been gone, and I really just want to go to bed, and I don't want to have to come in here and cook a whole huge giant meal and dirty up the whole kitchen's worth of dishes. And this is the time when I really just want a quick meal, and there's not really anything like that within the rations unless I just want to eat like toast. It makes me very much appreciate people in the 1940s and how they had it. They couldn't just go to McDonald's or order a pizza or just get some takeout or something. Like, they had to cook everything.
Wait. The hard part, maybe I misunderstood. The hard part of existing during World War II was that people couldn't just go to the McDonald's and order something. They had to make everything. That was the heart. Okay.
Especially poor people who couldn't afford to go out to restaurants. So, I'm a poor person, and I'm on rations, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna figure something out.
Today's just been one of those days, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna make it work. And
Did she mention that cottage cheese is on her... was that a part of her original rations?
I still have some cottage cheese left. So I think I'm going to eat the rest of that. That'll be good for protein since all I've had to eat today is a bowl of rice. So.
Oh, she just had it on hand. It's not... I was going to say, they eating cottage cheese back in World War II?
I want to eat that somehow. Let me see what else I can scrounge up. Well, I also have these
Somehow doesn't sound promising.
olives left over, so I might just make me some more cottage cheese olive toast. I really did not want to repeat meals, especially for the videos this week, so you guys can see me make something new. But man, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
I hate
That's
olives.
a lot of freaking olives too. I probably have enough for another serving.
I realize this was a very skimpy day, okay? But every day's not going to be like this, obviously. Tomorrow I'm going to cook more big meals. I swear I'm going to get to some sleep tonight, man.
Yeah, this doesn't feel well-rounded or balanced.
I'm going to do some sleep hygiene stuff. I'm going to take a bubble bath. I'm going to turn off all screens. I'm going to read, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to get myself to sleep tonight because I need some rest. So I can cook 3 meals tomorrow because I enjoy it. I really do enjoy cooking. It's just,
do you?
Man, I'm tired.
Girl, I've seen the things you cook. Do you enjoy cooking?
Let's make some cheese toast.
I do not think this loaf of bread is going to last me the whole week. I've already eaten like half of it. I'm eating more bread than I thought I would have on the rations. And I am not going back to the grocery store this week. So, if we run out of this bread, I am going to bake a loaf of bread. Some kind of loaf of bread. Or maybe I'll try to make the national loaf.
Work.
Which is what they used to eat in UK in the war times. We're on day 3 here. So, I've still got 4 more days to go.
The flopping of the bread slays me. Slays me.
This is the 1940s rationing version of a quick dinner. But I had this yesterday for lunch and I really loved it, so I'm not mad about it.
Okay.
And I was going to use some of my bacon tonight, so now that I'm not going to, I'll have a little bit more bacon to use in my next meal. And it is really a good thing that I used up all of this cottage cheese, so none of it went bad. None of it went to waste. Because that's part of the whole reason I'm doing this, is to cut down on overconsumption, use what I have, make do. Maybe I should have got a bigger plate. I'm just going to put some olives right on top, and it looks like I'm still going to have more olives left, but that's okay. I love olives. I will eat these over the next day or two. I mean, that's kind of a well-rounded...
There has to be a better way. There has to be a better way. There has to be another option. We just raw dogging some whole olives on top of this cottage cheese.
Be alright. I'm getting protein, a vegetable, some healthy fats. Could be worse. My no-cook dinner is served.
That's it? Girl, and also, if you want to say that this is about her weird relationship with food, when all we've seen her eat today is a bowl of rice porridge, 2 slices of toast with some cottage cheese smeared on it, and some olives. I really thought there was going to be something more. I thought there was going to be more on top of this toast.
I already know that I love this, but I'll taste it for you all the same. That's really good. I'm not disappointed. I did want to try to get something cooked for you, but...
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
I promise you, in tomorrow's video, we're going to cook something good for dinner. I've got some really good ideas for meals for the next couple days, and tomorrow especially, I've got something I want to try out. Today at dinner was the first time that I've really struggled, and that...
I will say, I've seen some nice meals made from food bank food, so this whole idea of her rationing is just not it. Well, that's the thing, because this is not the first time... I mean, this is the first time we've seen Cindy do something like this, but we've watched creators who are intentionally trying to, you know, spend frugally, do more with what they have, and I think they all do it, I think they all do it to, like, varying levels, right? Like, of success. And at the very least, I feel like they're sincere about this. This feels ridiculous. This is wild.
Only because I just really, really didn't want to cook because I'm so tired. I was tired last night, but not too tired to cook. Tonight I'm too tired to cook tired. Luckily I did have these leftovers that I could just kind of whip up into something to eat for myself. But man, it just really makes me think about all those like housewives in the 1940s. It didn't matter if you were sick, if you had a headache, if you felt like shit. It didn't matter. You had to cook for your family or they weren't going to eat.
Her trying to make this about herself is goofy. Her bringing this up right now is goofy. You're doing a silly, goofy challenge and opting to eat cottage cheese and olives on some toast.
And that, I mean, you gotta respect.
Oh wait, what is? The captions are covering up. There were some convenience foods available, but not like today. Okay, just to see what she
respect all the hard work that they did. Because if we're sick or we don't feel good, we can just get a pizza or something, you know? They didn't have options like that. Anyway, just something to think about. This whole experience has made me feel very grateful for everything that I have. I mean, I have a lot. I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy by any means. But I have so much. I truly do. And I'm so grateful for everything I have. I have this food to eat. I have a comfortable home to live in. I have all these modern conveniences. So this has really been a reminder to me to be grateful for everything that I have, and I am. I've been eating while I've been talking to you. Thanks for...
I don't... Listen, it really... It's very interesting. Back when I was an RA, here's the best, like, thought process by way of example. Back when I was an RA in undergrad, we're talking, I was an undergrad from 2007 and I graduated in 2012. It used to be like a very popular program to do, to like have people like cosplay what it was like to be different types of disabilities and stuff. And you know, obviously that's very cringe now that people would do that. It's like, ooh, why are you it would be like, oh, like here's what it's like to be in a wheelchair and things like that. Crazy, I know, but it's like literally programs I saw RAs do when I was an undergrad. All right. And the whole thing is like, you shouldn't have to like live their experience to understand how they're like, how that was tough and difficult for them, right? Or yeah, like wearing a pregnancy belly and things like that. And so all of that to say, what I'm here to say in this situation is like, it doesn't feel like you have to do all of this to be able to reasonably be like, yeah, it must have been really difficult to live during this time frame where you're like in this situation where like you had to ration your food and you only had so much available. Like, it shouldn't take like living that experience for you to be able to be like, yeah, that must have been so hard. You know? Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? I just got the special Valentine's Day crumble cookies. Who wants a special video? Wink, wink. Y'all are silly. I've seen a lot of very successful influencers suddenly trying to come off as less fortunate, struggling to relate more, but it's obviously not real and a slap in the face when they make tons of money on posting on socials. Yeah, I just don't think you have to like cosplay this stuff to like have empathy and understanding for what people go through. It's really wild. I don't think she's doing it to understand what the 1940s is like. Yes, I agree that's probably not her intention, but were we just listening to the same the same video where she just went and talked about how hard it must have been? And how much appreciation and stuff? Like, perhaps maybe that's not her intention, but she's like rambling about it. I don't know. It's not for me and my family. Anna Glitter and Lasers recently said that she was budgeting and then she bought $200 shoes and she lives in a $7,000 per month apartment. I could also $7,000 a month for her apartment. Where she lives in like Texas. Is that what the housing market looks like? That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. Anyways, wait, did we finish this? No, she still has like a minute left.
Joining me for dinner. My tired, ranting, no-cook dinner. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna go take a bath, try to read, try to relax, try to get myself to sleep.
Yes, take a bath and wash away the sins of olive cottage cheese toast.
Night. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for watching these videos. I hope that you've been enjoying this series. I know today was kind of a skimpy day, but we're going to make up for it tomorrow. All right. I'll see you then. Bye.
Sure. See ya. Bye. Well, YouTubies, y'all were worried about me getting done early. Look who did it. They include a dog walker at her apartment. Anna Glitter and Lasers gets a dog walker in her apartment. Wait. Also, I'm so skeptical about why people know so much about her. That's weirdly. That's weirdly. Although I haven't really been keeping up with her, so maybe that's something she shared herself. Anyways, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. And bye, YouTubies! Subscribe!